Apparently I didn't get through to people with only 3 minutes. To be honest, it doesn't even surprise me that much, but I want to kind of speak again what exactly is my problem with Ogulniega, because I'm pretty sure nobody really understood. So this is going to be a more in-depth video of that. Let's go back to the beginning. Ogulniega is self-described as a collection of the best optimization mods. However, as shown in the previous video, there aren't that many optimization mods in the mod pack bundle as they are saying. In fact, in the screenshot on their front page, they are showing that there are a lot of people and the person has still a lot of FPS. Editor's note here, I noticed that what I was just trying to say is that the person was just using a mod called very many players and entity cooling, which basically makes this possible, and that itself is not included in the Ogulniega launcher at installation. You have to add that yourself later if you want to get the same effect, just saying. However, this is very misleading, because this is version 1.20.6. Might sound random, but no. This is one of the most optimized versions of Minecraft, or at least from the 1.20 family, because Mojang is not good at making newer versions. You can test this yourself if you test 1.21.4 and compare it to 1.21.11. You will see a massive FPS difference. You could argue that this is because there are more items in 1.21.11, but that argument is just stupid. Yeah, and I get it why someone would want to do this. This seems to be an easier version to, and I understand why someone would install this, because it is an easier way to get all of your so-called optimization mods. However, that is simply not true. All of these so-called features are everywhere. Well, maybe except the default launcher. The only difference between Ogulniega and the default Minecraft launcher is that Ogulniega can limit or give more allocated memory to Minecraft, which could give you more FPS, because if you give Minecraft more resources, de facto it will run much better. However, with current RAM prices and graphics card prices and SSD prices, actually just everything is all because of AI. These things are just not available, so you de facto have to put less allocated memory unless you have a very good computer. Hence doesn't. It's like you make a sandwich, but if you want to put the best ingredients inside of it, you take a whole new loaf of bread and put those ingredients in the new sandwich. Now you have a sandwich and another sandwich that is just 2 pieces of bread. You waste more bread than if you just put the ingredients in the first sandwich. Am I making sense to you? Probably not. I'm slightly autistic. Now, I don't want to be a too professional hater on Ogulniega. There are some good features, like the repair feature. I don't know if it works, because looking at the features, it just reinstalls Minecraft files or reinstalls built-in mods, which I guess will download the newest, the newest version of the modification, but that means it needs access to your internet and other stuff, or you can reinstall Java, disable user mods, and reset game settings. Now, just saying that it's a repair feature, it's quite vague. Does it repair the mods, the actual version, or if you messed up? If you messed up, yeah, sure, resetting the game settings might help, but everything else here doesn't really make much sense, because whenever Minecraft crashes, it gives you a crash report. Normally these are unreadable, but if you use a mod like Crash Assistant, which Ogulniega does not have, it can make things much clearer. And also Ogulniega limits practically everything, because it works as its own separate Minecraft entity. Instead of just adding mods to the mods folder in the Minecraft updata file, you have to go put it in the Ogulniega updata file, which still has a dependency in the regular updata file for the actual Minecraft regular thing. Again, the sandwich. Remember the sandwich. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Now, you could argue that the Lunar client and Feather client and literally every other client has its own separate app data folder, but that's because it is a client, and if you actually looked into that folder, as I did, you would see that it's just dependencies and APIs, stuff that it needs to run, which, if you take into account, it's very lightweight. Not like making a whole nother copy of Minecraft. Now, is Ogulniega useful? For some people, yes. It has Vulkan and Sodium options, which I guess makes it faster to switch between these things. It has an account manager, which is very convenient. I guess Lunar Client has it too, but you have to, get out of the launcher and then go into the launcher and then, change your account, which takes a bit of time. But, yeah. I guess that's where the good things end, because it has no UI, which I guess if you're looking for a bare bones kind of thing that just gives you the most FPS, this still isn't even the best option, because as I said with the sandwich metaphor, this creates massive inefficiencies. If you check for the ingredients too many times, there aren't going to be any. It's paradoxical, and yet it works. Just trust the process. And while you're loaded into Ogulniega, the mods that are visible to you is BBE, which is an optimization mod, Better Grassify, which is an optimization mod, Borderless Full Screen, that's not optimization, Command Keys, not an optimization, Dynamic FPS has been a default Minecraft feature since 1.21.10, Flashback, not an optimization, Micro Durability, not enough animations, Perspective, Sky Blockify, Smooth Sky, Smooth Swapping, Totem Tweaks, and the Vecrotization, all not optimization mods. If anything, they make things less convenient. Most of the things are a default feature in most clients. You have better grassy blocks, don't show foliage. Once again, Ogulniega is a glorified mod pack and it's not worth anyone's time. If you use the default Minecraft launcher and just add these mods, it will be better for you, it's more user friendly. And even better, use Lunar Client for God's sake. It lets you install these mods much easier and actually gives you a better crash report. And along with Crash Report Assistant, the mod, you can fix these very quickly. Unlike Ogulniega, which just gives you the default tech response, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again? And I get it, it's supposed to be a vanilla-friendly optimization mod pack, not a client. I do not see this as a client. There's a distinct difference. Now even as that, if you're trying to not be a client, why make it seem like a client? The default Minecraft launcher makes all the settings very visible, very easy to read. That's why Minecraft is such a popular game, so why make things so complicated for everybody? And your performance options are just optimized name tags, which, long story short, just means it doesn't have the background. Yeah, that's it, you can do that in Lunar Client in 6 seconds. 6 or 7 if you're lucky. And also, remove enchantment glint. Can be done with a texture pack, which I'm guessing this uses. So really, you get the same effect. But I guess 5 seconds quicker. So in reality, what are you saving? 5 seconds. You cannot even walk to your bathroom in such a short time. So it isn't really, it's not convenient, it's not storage efficient, it's not a client. So what is it? It's a glorified mod pack. And damn, this video was just like 1 minute longer than the previous one, but that's just all I had to say because everyone said that a previous video was clickbait. So I want to say something. I made that video in 2 hours before I had to go to school. I didn't have time for research, but now it's the weekend, so I actually did my research and I came to the same conclusion. Glorified mod pack. Keep that in your head. Use the default launcher, Lunar Client, Bad Lion Client, Feather, fucking Cheat Breaker if you want. Just do not use this, please. Save yourself the struggle and be smart. Have a great day.